Hello, it's me, Sky, and today I just wanted to sit down and do a little bit of a whip and chat. So, here I am working on the exact same diamond painting in the exact same row that I was working on last time I did a whip and chat, which was maybe 2 weeks ago, probably a little more than that. So, yeah, haven't been doing very much diamond painting, but I'm trying to make a little bit of progress today. So if this is your first experience on my channel, hello, I'm Sky, and this little whip and chat is just going to be this exact same shot with me working on my kit here and just giving you a few little updates on what's been going on with me and much rambling. Lots of rambling. That's kind of my style, so bear with me on that. But yeah, I'll be very rambly, very chatty, and not so much whip getting done. But I will try to do a little bit of work while we chat. So I am still using this cover minder that I was using in my last whip and chat. I'll probably use this same cover minder until I finish this kit because that's just how I do. But it's off screen now, so I wanted to go ahead and show it to you. I'm going to use the same pen as well. One of these Diamond Art Club pins, not the twist pins, just the regular tip, which I need to put another glue dot in here, or maybe a couple of glue dots, but I do use the micro glue dots for my single placer, and I think today I'm going to be just single placing. Anytime I am feeling more stressed than usual, or I guess at this point it's kind of a high stress time of year. I think probably everyone feels a little bit of stress. Oh gosh, I have things stacked on top of my glue dots. Hang on. I should have come better prepared, but these are the glue dots that I use. But anyway, when I'm feeling a little more stressed than usual, I will usually go back to single placing. I find that multi-placing is something, I wouldn't say that it stresses me out, but it does. I guess I feel on high stress occasions that I can't get them straight enough. Like, I guess maybe I might have a touch of OCD, and I just feel that I can't get them perfect enough, and it starts to make me feel like I don't want to diamond paint. And so I just step back and say, hey, let's single place for a while, because I feel more confident in my single placing, and I can get back to the relaxing enjoyment of diamond painting rather than worrying about the straightness of the drills. And I know that it doesn't matter. Like, it usually works itself out in the end, and you can't really tell. Like, I bet you couldn't tell which parts of this kit I have multi-placed and which I have single-placed, but I can tell. And for right now, I'm going to single place for my anxiety. And I am going to use this tray. I got this from Bijou Bliss, and it is, it was just announced, well, I guess it's been a couple of months at this point, that she was going to be able to put this ribbon on the trays, and you can customize your color and everything. So I got the, this was the closest to teal that I could find out of her color options, and teal is the color for ovarian cancer. So I got a teal one with a ribbon. Whoops, I'm trying to open it. It has very good magnets, by the way. But yeah, I haven't used it very much, but I'll use it today. I have been enjoying the tray that, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped you. I have been enjoying the one that I used in my last video, just the regular Diamond Art Club tray. But I just thought I would switch it up since I got this one, and I think it's really pretty. You can see the like silver lines on there. I really like it. But I really like that other one too. It was good. I'm not switching because there was something wrong with it, but anyway, okay, I gotta find a color. What color are we gonna start with? Maybe this lollipop symbol. Now, I still have not gotten used to working with these how many? 87 colors on this kit. So let me tell you more about the kit, actually. This is Midnight Joy. It's from Diamond Art Club and the artist Teresa Donahue McManus. The biggest thing about this kit, I suppose, is that it came out of the Christmas mystery box that Diamond Art Club released. So this one is not available on the website. It does have a lot of colors, and I cannot seem to get acclimated because I had to use more than one tray. I have one tray like right up here, and then the other one is like sitting on a shelf beside me, and I never know which tray to look at when I'm trying to find the color. Oh, it was the one farthest away from me. But I am getting a little better at finding them. There are some that I can be like, oh, that one, and go straight to it, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, I assume that you guys can hear Nugget snoring ridiculously loud over here. I will be very surprised if you're not able to hear him, but he is with me, as he typically is. Let's see, I might want the tray to be on this side. No, I don't know. I don't usually diamond paint in front of a camera, so I'm trying to figure out which way will be the most comfortable. And I noticed when I did my last whip and chat that the camera kept trying to autofocus on the tip of my pen every time I would place a drill. So I've tried to kind of put what I'm doing off center a little bit, so maybe it will just focus on my tray and not be trying to get the pen every time it moves, because I'm sure that was annoying. I don't know how many people actually watch whip and chats. I think a lot of people just listen. I typically just listen to whip and chats, but if you did happen to be staring at that the whole time, I'm sure that was quite aggravating. And it may happen again in this one. I'm just fiddling with camera angles to try to resolve all of those little finicky camera angle type things that can happen when you're trying to film yourself doing something that you usually do in very comfortable positions. I'm not super comfortable right now, but this is better than it was last week, or last time I filmed a whip and chat, which was many weeks ago. I have my handy dandy list here with all the things to talk about, which I'll probably just skip all around. I think my list has become a staple item for my videos. It seems like I have a list every single time that I make a video now, but I have one today. So let's see what I'm supposed to start with. Oh, I was supposed to tell you that it's raining. I wrote that on my list of things to say to you because I figured you'd be able to hear the rain in the background, but I think that it's actually stopped at this particular moment, so you won't be able to hear it. I actually think the sun might be coming out a slight bit. It's going to be short-lived, though, I'm afraid. It has been raining. Well, I actually don't know how long it's been raining here. I know it's been raining for the past 2 days, but I was in the rain for the past, like, 4-5 days because we went on a little trip, excursion, vacation. I hesitate to call it a vacation because that implies relaxation, and none was had on this particular trip. So we went to Texas, nowhere special. I think the town that we stayed in was called like Greenville, Texas. Not a huge place, but there was a car show there that my partner Kenneth wanted to take his truck to, and I was excited to go this time. Like, for whatever reason, most of the car shows that he likes to go to, or not necessarily that he likes to go to, but the ones that are... Did you know that car shows have themes? I did not realize this, but car shows that are themed for his particular type of vehicle, they typically are in the hottest months of the year. So they're always going on from like June through September, and here in South Mississippi, it is it is unbearable, absolutely unbearable to be outside. And of course, if there's a bunch of cars, like you can't have an indoor venue. I mean, some of them have an indoor area, but most of them it's just outside. It's just miserable, and I hate them. I can't ever have a good time because I'm always sweaty and sunburned, and it's just not fun. So when I found out that this one was going to be in December, I said, "Oh, that is perfect. I think we could all go, the whole family, including Nugget, because dogs were allowed at the venue." And I thought it would be the perfect way for us to all do something fun together and to not have to be, you know, all of the miseries that come with excessive heat. And for, I guess, the past, however long, I guess maybe 10 days, 14 days, that however far out you can see the weather forecast, it was looking like the weather was going to be okay, that there was a slight chance of rain, but nothing that seemed like it was going to last all day. And the temperature was a little on the cool side, but we bought everybody some nice warm bundle up clothes, even Nugget, and we thought that this is still okay. And we were going to bring our golf cart so we could ride around and not have to walk all over the place, because it was like at a campground, so everything kind of was spread out a good bit. And if you needed to go to the bathrooms or to the food trucks or whatever, then it would be nice to have the golf cart. And we had the golf cart ready to go. And then the closer it got, the more the rain chance just went up and up and up, and the temperature went down and down and down. And I should have said, never mind, we won't go. But the kids were excited by this point, and we had planned it for so long, and we booked the hotel and everything, and I said, well, let's just go anyway. It'll be fine. It probably won't end up raining at all. And I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong. So we drove, it's about a 7-hour drive, so we drove with the trailer hauling the truck that Kenneth was going to show at the show, and the golf cart in the back of the truck, and we did the whole journey, and it was very cold. It was, I mean, I guess for you people that live in more northern climates, it probably wasn't that cold, but it was in the 40s Fahrenheit, and after we got there, we unloaded all the stuff, the truck and the golf cart and all of the items, all of our chairs and everything. And after we went and looked around and got food and used the bathroom and all of those things, and then we sat down and we got still, and I was like, it's cold. Wow, is it cold. And the kids were okay, and I was prepared with many layers, and I was trying to be okay, but it was pretty miserable. But then Nugget started shivering, and he had, you know, his fur coat, of course, and he had an additional sweater on over that, and I had a blanket wrapped around him, and he was still shivering, and it was so sad. And this was before the rain even started. And Kenneth eventually was like, I'll just take you guys to the hotel. We'll just hang out tonight and, you know, call it a day. So we did that. And the next day we woke up, and it was the same temperature, but now also pouring rain. And the forecast looked to be much of the same for the entirety of the day. And so we just didn't even go. Kenneth went to the show by himself, and me and the kids and Nugget, we just stayed at the hotel all day. And the kids were able to get in the pool, which was kind of an ordeal because Nugget wasn't allowed in the pool area, no pets allowed, which I understand why that is. But so I would just have to go down there and check on them constantly. They're 16 and 13, about to be 14. So, and the pool was like 4 feet at the deepest point. So I didn't feel like it was a huge amount of drowning risk for them to be down there without me. But I did go check on them often, which meant, waking Nugget up and making him go down there because I don't leave him in hotel rooms alone because he gets scared and nervous and he starts barking, and I don't want to disturb anyone that's trying to rest or relax. So I had to wake him up, take him down, and see what the kids were doing. And then eventually my daughter got tired and she stayed upstairs with Nugget, and I went back down with my son. But that's what we did. We did all day swimming and ordered food because Kenneth had the vehicle. He took it to the show. And so that we just sat there. And that's what we did for the whole day Saturday. And then on Sunday, Kenneth had to go back out to the show. It was still raining, but he had to load all of his stuff back up. He had to put the truck back on the trailer, the golf cart back in the back of our truck, and all of this in the mud and the rain and the cold. And I did not envy him. I was glad that we got to just hang out at the hotel. And it was still cold, of course. But then we left. After he got everything packed up, we left and drove all the way back home. Oh my gosh, I can't get this. I've accidentally dropped this drill in the wrong spot and I can't get it to come up. But we drove all the way back and it rained the whole way. The whole way. And not just like drizzly, don't even need your windshield wipers. I mean like torrential downpour rain the whole way back. But we made it. Oh my gosh, we made it. And I don't want to do any more trips for a while. It just seemed like we drove all that way and didn't really... I mean, the kids were glad to get in the pool, I think. They enjoyed that. But otherwise, we didn't do anything. Kenneth did place at the show. There was, I think, 620-ish cars that showed up. And he got in the top 75 in no particular order. So we don't know, like, did he come in 75th place or was it second place? We don't know. But he got top 75 and that was good. That's very good for that amount of vehicles. So I guess I'm glad. I'm glad for him. He's very happy with that. I'm glad that he was able to enjoy himself at least. Okay, I gotta pick a new color now. So bear with me while I find it. Oh, I see. I can do A now. So that was the saga of our little vacation, and why I wasn't here to do the roundup on Friday. But Christiane did a very good job. I don't know if you guys went and watched her Disney roundup that she did Friday night, but it was very good, and she's much more well-versed on Disney lore, I guess, than I am. She could tell you like whether the photo or the image was a still from the movie or whether it was like created art or whatever, and she's able to do art herself. Like she's really good at that sort of thing, and so she knows a lot more terminology and is able to comment on those types of things that I know nothing about. So it was great. She did a great job. I do think that I'll be able to do a roundup this Friday, but I'm probably, by planning that, am cursing myself into something strange happening. Like maybe they're not going to do a release this week, or hopefully no one is ill in my house. My goodness, I do not want to deal with any sickness. I'm so happy that we have been unscathed so far. This, I guess it's not technically winter yet, but I guess this holiday season, there's usually a Thanksgiving bug that we all acquire when we visit family at Thanksgiving, and then usually we get over that just in time to get the Christmas bug from the family. But so far, oh my gosh, it would be a miracle if we could have a healthy December this year. I would be so grateful to be able to have that. Okay, let's see what else Am I shaking the camera? I'm so sorry. Let's see what else I have to talk about on my list. Oh, the doctor's appointment that I had. I realized that it wasn't a whip and chat necessarily that I talked about that I had a doctor's appointment. But I made I think it was a roundup video, and I was talking about having to go to the doctor during that video, and so many of you like wished me well or asked me how I was after that video, and I never really updated and said like, yeah, I'm good or anything like that. So, it was just a visit with. Okay, I've got to move my leg because it's going to sleep, and I'm afraid I'm going to kick the camera. Did I kick it? Did I kick it? I don't think so. Okay. I just went to visit my primary doctor just for like a regular checkup. Nothing was an issue. It was just following up on things and mentioning any problems that I had had that she might want to explore further. Any, a general wellness checkup or whatever. It was not my oncologist. So I went to the appointment and I mentioned my shoulder injury from many years ago that's been bothering me for a long, long time. And I mentioned it. I have not brought it up to a doctor before because I think it's going to need surgery after my chiropractor has said that he thinks it's going to need surgery, and I don't want to have a surgery. And so I just dealt with it because it's dealable. But I mentioned it to her, and of course she made me do some movements, and she said also that she thinks it might need surgery, but how can we know without an MRI? So we've scheduled an MRI. I'll have that at the end of this month, and she said pending the results of the MRI, she will either refer me to like sports medicine for physical therapy type things or to a orthopedic surgeon for surgery type things. So I'm not thrilled, but that was what I thought. That was what I thought that she was gonna say. So it didn't come as a shock or anything. But I really don't want to have shoulder surgery. I won't be able to do most any of my hobbies for a long time. I mean, I guess I could teach myself how to diamond paint with my left hand, which I did used to be able to do that. I had taught myself one time when my shoulder had a flare up. I taught myself to diamond paint left-handed, but I have since tried to do it again, and I can't do it. So I'll have to start from scratch and teach myself again if I have to have surgery. But I won't be able to crochet. I won't be able to cross stitch. I won't be able to put on my own jacket. I don't even know how I would walk nugget. Like I'm very. I just don't see how it would work. But I don't see how anyone could do that. Just like daily life, you use your arms, but plenty of people have had this surgery. Plenty of people have had much worse things happen and have lost the use of their arm permanently. And so I should just be grateful that this can be fixed, and maybe I can be at least not necessarily pain-free, but a little bit less pain, and I could have my range of movement back that I've been missing from my shoulder. But yeah, I mean, I'll update you on what the MRI is, what it says, what it shows at the end of the month whenever I get it done. But that was all at the appointment. I talked to her about my belly button incision that's not healing, and she thinks that it's not infected and that it should heal, and she doesn't know why it hasn't, and she said to just keep on keeping on, and so I have, and it's still not healed, but it's not bothering me very much. It's just itchy. So, I mean, I guess it's fine if it's not infected and there's nothing that can be done about it. I just have a wound on my belly all the time, but that's okay. She did say to follow up with my other doctor. I see my oncologist in January, and she said to just ask him about that at that time. And so I will. If it's still a problem in January, I will ask him about it then. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it will heal right up and I can stop thinking about it. And yeah, I am pretty nervous about that appointment with my oncologist. It's really creeping up on me, and I'm trying not to think about it too much because I don't want to get, you know, it's the result's going to be the same whether I spend a lot of time worrying about it or not. And so I'm trying to not worry about it and not ruin my Christmas and my family's Christmas because I am worrying. So I'm really trying to stay away from that, but it's hard. I'm sure you guys know that it would be hard, whether you've been through it or something similar or whatever. I'm sure that you guys know that type of stuff is always just in the back of your mind. And how do you not think about it? I don't know. But yeah, that's my medical updates for the past couple of weeks. I should have poured out more of this color. There was more A symbols than I realized. Okay, the next thing that... Oh, I wonder... I still have this terrible memory card in my camera where it's going to all of a sudden flash and tell me that I have 1 minute left to speak, and then it's going to shut off because the memory card is full. I really need to get the other memory card. But anyway, whenever that happens, I'll just stop and offload the memory card and then put it back in. But anyway, expect a really strange cut here in a few minutes. Anyway, I applied at the end of October for an advocacy position with the Ovarian Cancer Research Alliance. And I had to do an interview, and I did that in the middle of November. And then they contacted me last week and said that they accepted me and thought I would be a good fit as an advocate. So I will receive some training. That should start in January. But basically, I'll just be probably sharing some things with you guys, some things on social media that they might ask me to show my audience to make them aware of regarding advocacy and awareness for ovarian and gynecological cancers. So I hope that's not too terribly bothersome for you guys to see that type of stuff, but I mean, obviously it's a big deal to me, and it's a big deal to many people, and I know that you guys, you aren't going to be rude, like, oh my god, not this again, but I do know that it's kind of jarring sometimes to be like, I want to go to my happy place and think about diamond painting, and somebody's like, cancer, 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 you know, that's, it's not really a cozy type of thing, so I'm sorry if it kind of ruins your mood or whatever, but I don't want to be doom and gloom about it. I want it to be a hopeful thing. Like we can do things. Us as a community, we can help people. That not just people that have ovarian cancers or whatever. I mean, I think a lot of good crafter people are good people, and I think that we stand to do a lot of good. We are good to each other. I do know that because I know you guys are good to me. Anytime I have even remotely mentioned any negativity in my life, you all come through and start building me up, and all of the nice comments and things, they always mean a lot to me. So I feel like this is a good community to include in some type of research, awareness, advocacy organization, because you guys are you're good people. And many of you have ovaries, so this is relevant to you. But anyway, I might possibly be making a trip to Washington, D.C. in the spring to try to talk with some of our leaders, my particular representatives for my state. I might be able to interact with them a bit and not necessarily convince them, but just chat with them about legislation that they might be exposed to and that might be helpful for women like me and like many others who have been affected by gynecological cancers. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but if I am able to, that would be great. But that is something that the organization does. We will also possibly have a fundraising event at some point in 2025. So stay tuned for that. I don't have anything organized yet, but that may be happening. But obviously I will never, ever, ever, ever require anyone to give money in order to do something. Like if we do a diamond painting event that is a fundraiser, I am not going to require you to pay money to enter or whatever. Like that, no, that's not okay. But just know that I might say things about donations in the future, but if you're not able to do that, that is totally fine. Totally fine. Do not feel bad. Please do not feel bad. I would hate that so much. Okay, enough about that. I need a new color. That'll probably take me a while to find. I'm looking for an S. S. Where are you? Oh. It is hiding way over here. Oh, my thing is flashing. My thing is flashing. I have 1 minute left. Okay, I'll just go ahead and stop it and offload the content. Okay, I'm back. I've taken the content off the card. We've got a fresh, long memory card, and now I don't know how long I've been talking, so prepare for this video to be excessively long or short, whichever ends up happening. But anyway, how was your guys' Thanksgiving? I don't think I have asked you how it was. I know I have not done a whip and chat since Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was good. The weather was cold, and that was fine. We went over to my mom's. We had like a big family get together, and we started a new tradition, I guess. Well, I guess we'll have to wait until future holidays to find out if it was a new tradition, but we mentioned starting it as a new tradition of playing cornhole. I don't know why. It ended up happening, but for whatever reason, we set up a cornhole tournament with brackets and everything. Just we played it all the way till the bitter end and just about froze to death trying to do it. I didn't play because my arm is not really equipped for that sort of thing. It'll end up flaring up my shoulder and I won't be able to do anything for weeks. But anyway, it was fun. My aunt won, and my cousin, younger cousin, he was playing with my aunt, who is his grandmother, and they ended up being the winners, and it was very, very cute, very sweet. The whole time it had been my brother that he was stomping everybody. Him and my cousin's husband, they were beating everyone. I don't think they lost a game the whole time until the final round where they got beaten out. But it was fun. It was fun to see everybody like take sides, all in fun, and see everybody get competitive, but not so competitive that there were tears or actual anger. It's just a good time, and we discussed making that a tradition going forward, that we would continue to do that every time we got together. So we'll see what happens at Christmas. Hopefully it won't rain and we'll be able to go out and and play that. Because I highly doubt my mom will let us play it in her house. So we'll see. But that was my Thanksgiving. There was lots of delicious food consumed by all. And yeah, not too much to go into. Nothing terribly eventful. It was our first holiday without our grandmother, who was the matriarch of the family, so that was a little bit solemn, I guess. But everybody did good. Nobody made it sad. So we had a special chair for her with her photo beside it, and somebody had cut her a piece of the cake that she always liked the best. We made sure to have that cake, and they had a piece of it served up at her chair, and nobody disturbed it. Not even the young children disturbed it the whole time. It was nice. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving as well. I'm sure you are all well into the Christmas era now, because Thanksgiving was a while back, but I just haven't had a chance to talk to you guys. But yeah, Christmas. That is certainly coming, isn't it? I spent yesterday kind of finalizing my shopping. There are a few things that I think I can pick up in town, but the things that I need to place orders for, I ordered yesterday, and I hope that they will get here. I mean, everything says that it should get here well within the time frames that I need it, but you know how shipping has been, or I assume that you guys know how shipping has been. I hope it's not just my area, that it has been absolutely ridiculous. It's, let's see, I think that I have gotten, maybe it's been the past 2 weeks, I have not gotten anything that I ordered until about a week after the scheduled date. So everything is taking about a week longer to get to me than it is than it's suggested whenever I purchase it, except for things from Diamond Art Club. Things from Diamond Art Club have been arriving pretty much on schedule. I do have one package right now from them that skipped all the way over me and went to Georgia. So it originated at Diamond Art Club's warehouse in Texas, and I'm here in Mississippi, so all it had to do was cross over Louisiana, and then it would be to me. But it went all the way across me, all the way across Alabama, and all the way into Georgia, and has been sitting there for about 3 days. And now it's making its journey back to me, which I'm sure is something that makes sense to the carrier. I'm sure there's some sort of warehouse or some type of place that packages have to pass through before they can be delivered, and that's probably all that happened. But it's, it doesn't make sense in my mind. So I'm waiting on that one, but that's not in any way Diamond Art Club's fault. But I am hoping that the other things I've ordered have arrived by Christmas. I have maybe 3 or 4 more presents for my kids. Those are the biggest ones. The adults in my life that are getting gifts, I think they will all understand, like, things happen and they might get something a little late. But my kids, while they will understand, they are certainly old enough to understand, I will be so disappointed if their presents don't come. They have several things that I've purchased that are hidden away in the closet, that I can give to them if their other things don't arrive. But I really hope that they get here, and I really feel like they will. I feel like they will. I should think positive, and that's what I am gonna do. I think that they will get here, and I think that all of my stuff's gonna get here. There's one thing that is kind of close, that's scheduled for like the 21st or the 22nd, and that one is the one I'm most worried about. But it is for Kenneth, and he can deal with it. he can get it whenever it comes, and that'll be fine. But anyway, I hope you guys have not been having the shipping struggle, but I imagine that you are, because that's just what this time of year is like. So I hope all of your things arrive when you need them to. Last year I had this same ordeal and one thing didn't come. It was my stepdad's present. His did not come, and I had to scramble and get him something else, and he liked what I got him. But I have his present from last year still. So he's getting multiple presents this year because I'm going to give him last year's present. And you know, he's a good sport. He didn't care. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Content coming up. I was going to film my a Black Friday haul video. I do this every year. I get my Black Friday kits and then I film a video. That's not very creative, but that's what I do. But this year, I think I'm going to wait until I get my Cyber Monday kits as well, because I only bought 2 on Black Friday. And so I feel like that's kind of a lackluster haul. If I was going to call it a haul, I guess I could just call it an unboxing. But I guess I'll just wait. My Cyber Monday kits have not shipped yet, but my Black Friday order has arrived. And so I could technically go ahead and unbox those. But I think I will wait and just do a big video. Just because I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't buy more for Black Friday. Because I did like so many of them. I think it was because they were all so big. And so I just bought the ones that I would work on for a year. If it took me a year to finish it because it was so big, I would work on it and I wouldn't get tired of it the whole time. And those were the ones that I bought. And I feel like that's probably a good way for me to think about things going forward. Is used to, if I thought the picture was pretty, I bought it. And I can't do that. If I think the picture is pretty and then I get it and it's enormous and I start working on it and I find myself like having a one color background that's going to take me 6 months of just working on that same one color, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to burn out and I'm either not going to diamond paint or I'm going to not finish that kit and abandon it. And so I know that I need to think about things like that before I make a purchase. And so I'm trying to be more mindful on that. And that's why I only got 2 kits. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of the Black Friday shenanigans that we had for Diamond Art Club's Black Friday. That is my absolute favorite time of year. I love and adore it. I hope that Diamond Art Club keeps this up for many years to come, and I hope that I am able to keep up with all of the different things that I do content-wise for years to come, because it's just so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. I do like the Christmas content as well. I will be doing another Christmas premiere this year, so that's, I don't know if you've experienced these in years past, but many crafty creators get together, and it's organized by Crafts with Crashly. She takes care of the scheduling and making the thumbnail and all that stuff for all of us. And basically, it's just a playlist that begins early in the morning, I believe, on Christmas Eve, and it just goes. It goes all the way through Christmas Eve, all the way through Christmas, all the way through Boxing Day, and I think we are tagging on another day this year because we have so many creators that were interested in participating. So we are going to have videos just running around the clock for anyone who is by themselves on Christmas, or lonely or sad, or whatever feelings you may have. Maybe you're just bored. But there will be company for you at any point in time because there will be videos running around the clock. So it's a great idea. I really like the concept of that, and all of our videos will be Christmas themed. It will all be very festive, and so yeah, I'll be participating in that, and really as far as specifically Christmas content goes, I think that is the only specific Christmas thing that I have planned to do on the channel, unless I think of something else. Oh, if somebody gets me like a whole bunch of diamond paintings for Christmas, I'll like do an unboxing what I got for Christmas, but I don't expect to receive like tons. Maybe I'll get one or two. I don't know. Okay, I've got to get another color. I saved these, I don't know if you can see my symbols very well, but this white color, I saved those for last because they're the fairy dust and I think they're the most fun. So I'm going to do, let's try the X. Let's find the X symbol. I'm so sorry. Do you guys do this when you are working on a kit that has a lot of colors, that you just have to search and search and search in order to find the symbol? I could just like search on my legend over here or over there, but this one, the legend is so long because there's so many colors that I still can't find it, and some of the legend is hanging off my table. So I'm just doing the best I can. I'm winging it. Anyway, what else shall I say? I have, well, I put up a video last week talking about all of my crafty plans for the month of December, and I was talking about video games and how I really wanted to follow up and play more Octopath Traveler. And guess what? I have not. I have not played any of that, but what I did do whenever I was on my little trip, I took my Nintendo Switch with me because I knew there was no way I was bringing a diamond painting, because my intention on the trip was to be at the car show, and I knew it was going to be cold, and I knew I was going to have Nugget, so I was thinking there's no way I'm bringing a diamond painting and trying to have Nugget probably in my lap. There's no way. And I didn't think I could crochet or cross stitch because of having Nugget in my lap, and I thought about trying to bring a book to read, but then I said, well, no, because I've got my kids with me and car shows are loud and I'm not going to be able to really focus on a story. And if I tried to read in the car, there would be people, all the kids talking to me, and I was like, no, there's no way. So I'll just bring my Nintendo Switch and I'll play a game, and anytime I'm interrupted, I'll just pause. And Nugget, if he's asleep in my lap, I can play the game and it won't interfere with his comfort or anything. So that's what I did, and I ended up, I don't have Octopath Traveler on my Switch. I have it on Xbox. So I ended up restarting Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I had played some of it a couple of years ago and enjoyed it, but then I don't remember why I put it down, but I put it down, and then whenever I decided to go back to it, I was like, I have no idea what's happening. And so I knew I was going to have to restart, and I didn't feel like doing it at the time, but I restarted it and I am very much enjoying it. And so I feel like that's probably what I'm going to be playing for most of December now instead of Octopath, but it'll probably take all of December for me to finish this. It's a pretty big game. I don't know how many of you are gamers, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about games, because I find that people not necessarily get upset, but people really just they want to hear you talk about the thing that you talk about and not other things. So yeah, I've been playing that. I've been enjoying that. I would love if anyone has played it to just tell me. I feel like I'm in for an emotional journey. Let me know if I'm gonna be heartbroken by the time I finish this game. Okay, what else? Oh, as far as like cross-stitch type stuff, I have not cross-stitched, but I have shopped for patterns. I haven't actually bought anything, but I am heavily considering participating. I don't like this drill. Okay. It has a little tag on the side of it. I don't want to use that one. I have been debating on participating in the Heaven and Earth Designs 2025 Stitch Along, which would be a horrible idea for me to do, but it's so cute. There's several designs to choose from if you sign up for the stitch along. It's not just one. And the final image is revealed already. It's not one of those like mystery ones where you just get a new image every month and eventually it all ties together as a complete picture. But you know what you are getting and you get to choose which one you want to do. And there's so many cute ones and I really want to do it, and it's not necessarily doable for me in a year's time because the stitch along would take throughout 2025, and I know that I couldn't complete it in 2025, especially if I have to have a shoulder surgery. There's no way. But I do think that they're small enough that I could complete it eventually. So instead of having one of the large Heaven and Earth Designs charts to be stitching on, I could, you know, work away, chip away at one of those smaller ones for years to come and eventually have it finished and say that I finished a Heaven and Earth Design chart. And I've always wanted to. I've started some, but I've never even remotely, I don't think I've ever even finished a page of one of their charts. So it would really be quite the undertaking, but I don't know. At first I thought about like doing a conversion and converting it to diamond painting and doing it that way, but now I think I've waited so long that if I tried to order the supplies, I would not be able to start for a long time. And I want to start when everyone starts, like at the beginning of 2025. So there's only a couple more days I have left to decide if I'm going to do it or not, because they're going to cut off the sign up on December 13th, I think, and today's the 10th, so I don't have much longer to debate on whether I'm doing that or not. But I really want to. I really know that I shouldn't because I hardly ever stitch, but I do have a bucket list goal of finishing a Heaven and Earth Designs piece at some point in time, so might be doing that. I don't know if anybody else would be even remotely thinking about participating in that, but yeah, I guess I could, well, I don't know, I could link you. Most of this stuff is happening on the Facebook page. I don't know if there's any information about it on the website, so I don't want to link you to the website, but I don't, just look up the Heaven and Earth Designs official Facebook group, and then I think that is, like, there's no barriers to join, like it's a public group. You may have to answer some questions, like say that you won't be rude to people or something, but I think there is a Facebook group where you can get all the information about the stitch along if you were wanting to participate in that. There's, just look at the images, particularly the little bunny in the cabbage or lettuce. I don't know what he's in. I think it's cabbage, but it's so cute. That would be probably the one that I would pick if I was going to pick one. Okay, I don't know how long I've been talking. Have I been going on forever? Probably. What else can I chat to you about? I'm reading through my list right now. Oh, I feel better now, but I wrote down that I was in a kind of sour mood, but I feel better now after I've been like chatting and diamond painting for a while, but this morning I woke up to a negative comment on one of my videos. And listen, I'm not, like, that's fine. It's totally fine. I just find it so funny that the way that stuff sticks with you. Like, when I read it, I was like, that's okay. Like, it wasn't anything that I feel like hurt me personally or anything. I was able to laugh it off. I don't think that what they said was true. I think that it was just true for that person. And I don't know why those things stick with us. Like, the video that the person commented on is like one of my highest performing videos ever. And lots of people commented super, super nice things on that video. And one person said something negative, and now that's the only thing that I'll remember about making that video. And I find that so sad. Like, why can't my brain, like, compartmentalize that? Because I know reasonably that there is no sense in my line of thinking in dwelling on that comment as a significant part of that video. Because it's not. But yet, that will be what I think about. And it's just dumb. But I feel a lot better now that I have thought about something else for a while. I've been diamond painting. I've moved on. It's fine. And definitely, like, if you need to say something negative, if it makes you feel better, Nugget, you don't have to say anything. He wanted to start barking. I don't know at what, but he wanted to start barking. But yeah, if you feel the need to say something negative, that's fine. This is a space where you are free to do so. I'm not trying to police your opinions. Say them. But, you know, do know that it sticks with people. Like, and for me, I don't let it, like, really get to me. Like, I don't feel like less of a person because of what that person said to me. But some people probably do. Especially, like, newer creators that are just starting out and it's, like, their first negative comment. Like, definitely be mindful that there are people behind the cameras. But yeah, I'm preaching to the choir. I always say stuff in these whipping chats. I know that you guys are the ones that always leave the nice comments, and that if you've sat here and listened to me this long, that we're probably friends, and you probably don't think I'm boring or whatever that person said. So, I don't know. Just getting it off my chest, I guess. But I think I've been talking for a while. But obviously, my camera cannot keep track of that for me until I get the correct memory card in there. But I think I've been talking for almost an hour probably. So I will let you guys go. I have finished the last color that I had in my tray, and if I get out another one, I'll probably talk for another 20 minutes. So I will just let you guys go. I hope to be back with another whip and chat soon, or another video of some kind. I do have a couple of exciting videos coming up, and hopefully a roundup this Friday. We will see if that happens. So go ahead, if you liked this video, to leave me a thumbs up down below, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye!